Welcome to another segment of ALC News.
Already heard, Afghan has been seeking refuge here for quite some time. Sweden has been known as a safe haven for many refugees. Yet for Afghans, it doesn't look like that. The distance from Afghanistan to Sweden is 4,555 kilometers. And even though that is far, Afghans migrate in steps and usually aim to be in the urban areas. If they were from Europe, they would be traveling shorter distances.
Afghanistan is a poor country since it is small for the growing labor force and most are looking for low-skilled jobs. Approximately 39% of Afghanistans are living in poverty and are not established enough, so they experience economic shocks. Therefore, they have migrated to Sweden due to economic reasons. The rural part there is also poor, due to not having enough farmable land and natural disasters. Their solution to this is to be more migratory because of their dependence in agriculture. A major push factor for many Afghanistans is religious freedom. In Afghanistan, if you convert to another religion besides Islam, it is considered apostasy and is punishable. Another major push factor is war, and many people are fearful of Taliban. The Afghans are also attracted to their because they want a better life overall. Since women in Afghanistan are overlooked and the journey is long from Afghanistan to Sweden, the men are the ones migrating. Children are taken because of the idea of a better education and a better life. On to Angelina.
Now onto the population graph of Afghanistan. As you can see in the top one, from 1990 to 2010, it is showing that the population is increasing because it is an LDC. But if you look at the bottom graph over here, it is showing the percentage rate or increase. But when you look at it, it is decreasing because as the Afghans are leaving to Sweden, it is not increasing much. But they are having their population raised. And when you look at the next image, it is the demographic transition model. And when you look at it, it is showing that they're an LDC country because they're in the lower stages, which contributes to them leaving their country. Now on to Selena.
For that beautiful graph. Within 4 years, Sweden has received 275,000 asylum applications, and majority is from Afghanistan. In 2016, 31% of asylum requests by Afghan adults and minors were accepted by Sweden. Sweden has begun deporting people back to Afghanistan. The Migration Court of Appeal has chosen to not deport Afghan refugee children and allow them to stay for education. But when they turn 18, they can be deported. Due to Sweden not providing any grants for asylum and not expecting a specific number, there are $350 million in state debt. Therefore, the more migration to Sweden, the more strain on their economy. Every time there are migrants from Afghanistan, it is contributing to growth of large towns in Sweden. As more Afghan immigrate to Sweden, native Swedes leave the country for their own reasons. According to the NIER, in the long run, as the population increases due to more refugees, there will be a growing labor force and there will be an effective on economic demand.
This could be tied to Ravenstein's laws of migration. Afghans migrating from Afghanistan to Sweden mostly move to urban areas. Each migration causes a movement in the opposite direction. People who are originally from Sweden are leaving their country. In this case, immigrants from Afghanistan are migrating to Sweden mostly for economic reasons. And now, we'll turn it back to Angelina.
Well, thank you, Lily. Through all of this migration from Afghanistan and other countries, Sweden has been changing their immigration policies because of all of their impacts. Possibly in the future, they will figure out how to be able to have Afghan immigrants but not have a strain on their economy.
For listening, and until next time on ALC News.